He's the money behind it.
All right. Scene 2, shot 1, take 1.
And this is all Vegas for that.
As he casually gets out of the way.
He's even got like the ponytail.
He said the lighting cost is 10 grand.
Evan, answer that phone. I said Evan.
It's a nice little tripod, Joe.
So when we...
Looks like a sex toy.
That's what my kids were looking at me running with it. Girlfriend like this. Okay. Do one more. Forward. Scene 2, shot 1, take 2.
Give him the Zoolander look. Smooth.
He's all Vegas ready to catch him doing. He's like, talk to the camera. I'm like, Dad, he's going to edit all that out. He's like, tell me what you're doing. I'm like, Dad, leave me alone.
Right now, I'm stirring the marinara.
Breaking a bowl of these kids. All right.
I think Mr. Calling.
Shot. We'll do one more. Going. Scene 2, shot 2, take 2.
He's a little muscle.
I got calls like, dude, they're just eating.
Ah.
He's like, going to tip me off like I was going to run out the back door. Like, oh shit, they're here.
Flush the coke.
Flush the coke,
hide the gun.
All right, calm down, buddy. It's okay.
Okay, and camera's rolling. Scene 2, shot 2, take 3.
Nap time.
I'll be back.
What's the over under the dad breaks that?
But
How many takes?
But he'll
Yeah.
mix it with
I think we should do a shot. I'd like to do a one. It's an app.
There you go.
Sharp truck.
Yeah, 60 G's.
Camera's rolling. You're going to need to bring the slate up just a little bit in front of his face. Yeah, that a little bit higher. There you go. Scene 2, shot 3, take 1. And over action. So, Butch, we were talking about number 1, the type of cuisine that Calvo's offers. How did you come up with the menu?
Basically, it's...
And when after I asked you the question, if you could kind of come back and say, like, we came up with the menu.
Okay.
So take the question and just kind of feed it back to me.
Okay. Do you want to repeat the question?
Yeah, I'll repeat the question.
Okay.
So Butch, the Cavo's menu, what was your inspiration for it?
Well, the inspiration behind the menu is it's very simple. It's basically where we grew up and we came from. Town outside of Philadelphia, Ridley Township, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, which most people know. Philadelphia is known for cheesesteaks, and it's a sandwich-heavy kind of cuisine up there at times. And we just been down here for a little while, and we were craving it because we missed it from home. And my business partner and best friend Johnny, he's from New York, has the same kind of palate and missed the same kind of things that we missed growing up as when we were kids. And we wanted to put together something that people would get a true sense of what Northeast sandwiches and the bread and the cold cuts and the meats and everything that they just don't have down here, or it's hard to find down here. And we wanted to bring that to Central Florida and the Orlando area.
I'm going to cut.
Okay. Was that so motivational, inspirational? You're tearing up a little bit?
Camera's rolling.
Scene 2, shot 4, take 1.
So Butch, walk me through how you make a Philly cheesesteak.
The proper way to make a Philly cheesesteak, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people up north would agree with me, is it's quality bread, quality thinly sliced ribeye, and either a good white American cheese or Cooper Sharp, which is hard to find down here, so we use the white American cheese, high fat content, and just I just do fried onions, which a lot of people might be confused. They're not actually fried. They're just kind of put on flat top and kind of sauteed a little bit. And not over chopping it, Can't be dry. It's got to be, you know, moist, and bread's got to be crusty on the outside and not overcooked. And you know, it's a really simple sandwich that everybody screws up. And if you just do it the proper way, 9 times out of 10 you're going to hit a home run with it.
Shot. Perfect.
How was that, Nick?
That was great.
Good. John, good.
Go.
Scene 2, shot 4, take 2.
So, Butch, a lot of people they say it's Philly cheesesteak. What makes a Cavo's Philly cheesesteak special?
What makes the Cavo's Philly cheesesteak special is probably the simplicity of it. When we moved down here, and when Johnny moved down here, and my brother moved down here, we noticed that everybody was putting all these things on a cheesesteak, and they were mushrooms and peppers and all this, and toasting the bread, and that's just not a real traditional Philly cheesesteak. They do that in Philadelphia, but it's got different terminology and different names to the sandwiches. My cheesesteak is a real traditional cheesesteak in the terms of it's really good bread, really good thinly sliced ribeye. I use fried onions, which they're not fried, but they're sauteed. A good American cheese with a high fat content, or Cooper Sharp. It's hard to find Cooper Sharp down here, so we use the white American cheese. And just not overcooking it, cooking it so that it's, you know, juicy, but, you know, not super soggy, and just keeping it simple and not overthinking it.
I'm gonna cut you. Somehow we might have twisted. Let's do take 3. In case you want, I got grid lines
Okay.
on the lens, and when I looked, we were off the grid line.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Story of my life. Off the grid.
Camera's rolling.
Okay, that's. Scene 2, shot 5, take 2.
Butch, tell me what the heck a hoagie is.
A hoagie is in other places they call it a submarine, or, you know, but in Philadelphia, hoagie is a cold cut sandwich with ham, capicola, salami, prosciutto sometimes, fresh vegetables, a little oil, salt, pepper, a little oregano. It's a traditional sandwich in Philadelphia that people down here have a hard time doing because they cut everything too thick. The cold cuts are supposed to be cut super thin so that you can read a newspaper through them. If they're cut too thick, it changes the texture and the flavor of the sandwich. And when we opened up our place here, we wanted to make a true traditional Italian hoagie, and that's what we feel like we accomplished down here.
Rolling.
Scene 2, shot 5, take 3.
So, tell me what a Cavo's hoagie is.
Cavo's hoagie is a traditional hoagie that we brought down here from the Northeast. A lot of people do it down here, but they don't do it right. It's just thinly sliced deli meats, ham, capicola, salami, sometimes prosciutto, fresh vegetables, little oil, little salt, pepper, a little oregano. And the trick to a good hoagie is cutting them in super thin, or the meat super thin, so you can read it through a newspaper. If it's cut too thick, it changes the texture, changes the flavor of the sandwich and everything. So that's what we accomplished down here.
And cut.
Good job, Butch.
Camera's rolling.
Scene 2, shot 6, take 1.
Butch, there's lots of other food on the menu besides a cheesesteak and a hoagie. Could you tell us a little bit about maybe some of the other?
Different menu items we have that are traditional to where we come from up north is roast pork Italiano, which is like we use a pork butt, we butterfly it, we stuff it with a rosemary and garlic and salt and crushed red pepper, and then we retie it up and we roast it like a porchetta, and then we cool it and we slice it really thin on a slicer, dip it in a nice pork gravy, put it on top of a nice fresh baked hoagie roll, with some sharp provolone, some Italian long hots, which are spicy, they're like long Italian hot peppers that we roast in oil and garlic, and then we top it with a little bit of fresh sauteed spinach, a little roasted red pepper, and some Parmesan cheese. And it's just a different kind of way to introduce a pork sandwich to people down here to the South, which is usually barbecue, and so it was a little slow taking off, but now that people are trying it, it's just taken off and people love it. Anything else you want to talk about that?
And any other, that's great on the pork.
The fried green, let me just keep going.
Yeah.
The fried green tomato caprese salad is I wanted to take a traditional caprese salad, which is usually fresh mozzarella and tomatoes with some balsamic and some good olive oil and some fresh basil, and I did a spin on that with kind of being in the South. I did a fried green tomato instead of a regular red tomato, and made a nice arugula salad and some balsamic glaze and a roasted red pepper vinaigrette, a little basil drizzle as well. And it's just something a little different. It's a traditional. It's not a traditional caprese salad, but it also pays a little homage to the South as well too. So.
And cut. Cameras rolling.
Scene 2, shot 6, take 2.
Butch, why don't you tell us about some of the other items that are come up with?
Well, some of the other unique items that we serve here at Cavo's that not a lot of places will have down here. Some do, but is our roast pork Italian sandwich and our fried green tomato caprese salad. The roast pork Italian sandwich is basically a porchetta that we cook, we cool, we slice it super thin on a slicer, dip it in a nice pork gravy, serve it on a nice hoagie roll with sharp provolone cheese, roasted red peppers, sauteed spinach, and a little pecorino romano, which is a grated sheep's milk cheese, and just kind of douse it in a little bit more gravy and serve it. And it's a very untraditional sandwich to Southerners because they're used to pulled pork and stuff like that. So it took a little while for it to catch on, but now that they've tried it, they really enjoyed it, and we're selling a lot of them. The other one is the fried green tomato caprese salad, which is a play on a traditional caprese salad, which is fresh mozzarella, a little balsamic glaze, some nice red tomatoes, and some basil, and some good olive oil. And being in the South, I wanted to play a little homage to the South as well. And I mixed it up. Instead of the red tomatoes, I used the fried green tomatoes and made a little roasted pepper vinaigrette, and I made a little arugula salad with it. And that's another one. It's pretty unique. It's vegetarian. And people seem to really enjoy it.
And cut.
Thanks, pal.
Cameras rolling. Let's do the platform.
Scene 2, shot 7, take 1.
Almost got my nose with that one.
I think he's having fun with this. So I'm just going to, you want to kind of look this way at it.
Okay.
Keep your head where it is, which is good.
It's fatty.
And I'm just going to throw out a couple questions to you, and just roll with the answers.
Got it.
Okay? So, John, you're one of the partners in Cavo's. Why don't you talk a little bit about how Cavo's came about?
Well, we've been friends for years.
I'm sorry. And after I give you the question,
Okay.
go ahead and just give me the question back before you start. So,
Got it.
You know, the way the Cavo's came about was...
Got it.
So why don't you tell us about how Cavo's came about?
So the way Cavo's came about, me and Butch have been friends for years. We worked together at a couple other locations, pizza places, and we've always talked about partnering up together and just opening something up. We've become like family. Me, Mark, Butchie, Joey, and their parents, and then this deal actually came together through another friend of ours, the old owner of the space, and just all came together. I don't know, we need to retake that.
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Good cut. And Cameras rolling.
Scene 2, shot 7, take 2.
John, how did the three of you kind of become partners and start Dailies?
So how Cabos came together, you know, the three of us have been friends for years. We've been in this neighborhood for 20 plus years. I've been here for that long. You know, we found out the space was coming up available, you know, for sale. So, you know, we had talked about it for years, really, you know, and then we had been planning on opening up, you know, a neighborhood bar / restaurant. For a few months before that, we had to put like together a little business plan, and then, you know, once we found this location, it just really took off from there, you know.
And cut. Cameras rolling.
Scene 2, shot 8, take 1.
So, John, tell me about like Cabos' mission. What type of restaurant did you all envision?
Cabos' mission, what type of restaurant did we envision? I mean, it's pretty simple, just a neighborhood restaurant, bar, you know, a place where the neighbors can come hang out and feel at home, you know. We try to treat everybody, our customers, employees, everybody like family, you know. That was pretty much our goal. I think we've accomplished it.
And cut. We're going to do that again, just cameras rolling.
Scene 2, shot 8, take 2.
John, when I think of Cabos, I actually feel like I'm up north Philly or New York at a neighborhood bar. Can you talk to me about that?
Sure. So that was part of our goal, was bringing that, you know, we're all from the Northeast. I'm from the Bronx, Steph from Philly. You know, we wanted to bring that, you know, up in the Northeast, you go to your neighborhood restaurant or bar, you know, there's like a feeling of family, of togetherness. You know, we wanted to bring that same feeling here at our establishment in Thornton Park. You know, we all live here. You know, we treat our customers like their family, our employees like their family, and that was our goal. I think we've accomplished it. You know.
And cut. Cameras roll.
Scene 2, shot 9, take 1.
Cabos is a great location. Where the heck are you?
Where are we? Orlando, Florida. Well, I don't understand.
Thornton Park.
Thornton Park, the area. I got you.
So I'll ask you a question, yeah. So, Cabos, this is a great place. Where are we?
We're in Thornton Park, the historic district of downtown Orlando. You know, just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Lake Eola. It's actually, you know, when I moved to Florida, I lived in like a couple other areas, and I thought I was going to move back to New York, honestly, until I found this neighborhood. So I discovered this area. I love it. You know, it's you know, smack dab in the middle of downtown Orlando.
And cut. We're going to do one more take on that.
Got it.
Scene 2, shot 9, take 2.
John, Cabos is a great place, but where are we?
We're located in downtown Orlando. We're actually in the historic district, just a couple of blocks away from Lake Eola, which has the big fountain you always see on TV, and you know, we have a little fountain of our own right outside these doors. You know, downtown Orlando.
Excellent. Thank you. Cut. Cameras rolling.
Scene 2, shot 10, take 2.
So, Mark, tell us what kind of place Cabos is.
So, Cabos is a neighborhood corner bar restaurant. We're heavy on sports. You know, we're family oriented. We wanted to give the vibe like the kind of place that we grew up in, you know, Philadelphia and New York, and just that corner neighborhood family sports bar.
And cut. Cameras rolling.
Scene 2, shot 10, take 3.
So, Mark, what kind of place is Cavo's?
The Cavo's is a neighborhood sports bar, family oriented. We wanted to bring the vibe of the Philadelphia, New York style bars that we grew up in. We have all the packages, MLB, NBA, NHL, NFL. We just pride ourselves on being a part of the community and being a family oriented neighborhood sports bar.
Hey, cut. Cameras rolling.
Scene 2, shot 11, take 2.
So, Mark, we've talked about the cuisine, we've talked about how you guys all came together, but we really haven't talked about the bar component of Cavo's. Why don't you tell us, about how this is a great bar?
So I think what makes our bar special is really it's simple and good service. The staff members here, we're all part of a large community network of service industry people. Myself and them, we all pride ourselves on good service, good connections, good friendships, and we just make solid cocktails and provide a fun atmosphere for our friends. And it's really the staff and the network that they've built that really makes this place what it is. And people are here to see them, and it's awesome.
And cut. We'll do it one more time.
Okay.
Cameras rolling.
Scene 2, shot 11, take 3.
So, Mark, we've talked about the cuisine, we've talked about the origins, but what we haven't talked about is this is a great bar. Why is it a great bar?
I think the reason that the bar is awesome is because of the atmosphere that the staff creates. They have a strong community network with the downtown service industry people. They really make the neighbors feel welcome. The locals come in to see these guys. They love us. They love them. We always have good sports on TV, solid drinks, simple cocktails, strong, nothing too fancy. Everything's very approachable. And it's just it's supposed to feel like you're having cocktails in your basement up in Philadelphia or New York, or you're hanging out in your buddy's living room just having a drink. And these guys provide that atmosphere. It's really the staff. We got a really great staff.
That's awesome.
And the rain.